99 problems and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 problems and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, who play, who play, play, 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 who don't. Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running, cataracts under my eyes from hustling, going from buying to selling to customers, run up the business, God is my witness, turn up the sun up from Monday to Sunday, we maxing the limit. My mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving the mission, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business.
Yeah, that's right. We on business.
Yeah.
Welcome to a TSR Live. I'm one of your hosts, Tone Capone. How you doing? What's up, Roomies? What's happening? Let's go ahead and get our co-host in order right here, man. She keeps us in order. She's fluffy and fine. Her name is Kiki.
Hey, friends. What's up, Roomies? It feels good to be back. I missed y'all.
Whew,
I missed y'all.
We missed you too, Kiki.
Yes, I missed the Roomies too. And you know, tonight's show is jam-packed and it's all about you. So I want you to hop in them comments. I want you to join the show. Put it in the group chat, honey. We live, baby. Come on.
Oh man, fresh off of our group chat, Zach Boog talked about TSU homecoming inside our group chat. He is TSU's #1 ambassador. His name is Zach Boog.
I don't know when I became an HBCU ambassador, but I'll take the title. I will take that title, man. What's up, Roomies? How y'all feeling, man? Make sure y'all join the live. Tell your people we are live right now, and we covering everything. You could even join the show.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. All right, let's get to it, man. Ladies, they are doing it big in 2024. Headline arena tours, topping charts, and big congratulations going out to Nicki Minaj for officially becoming the first female hip-hop artist to gross over 100 million on a single tour.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yes, Nicki.
What?
Real queen vibes.
Man, look at this, though. She's joining some real heavy hitters. She's now the 5th Black woman to do it. Tina Turner, Beyonce, Rihanna, and you absolutely love this tour, SZA.
Oh yeah, SZA's tour is crazy. Nicki's tour is crazy too. I saw the Pink Friday tour. I was there, honey, with my Moment for Life video. You know what I'm saying? Rapping and singing Nicki. And she going off. So period. I'm so happy to see this for Nicki, and she is definitely a queen. Yes.
Absolutely. And speaking and giving queen vibes, Big Glow. She just broke a few chart records with the release of Glorious. Zach Boog is absolutely GloRilla's biggest fan.
I mean, I can't lie. Big Glow has jumped into my top 3 favorite rappers right now.
Yes.
I told y'all before the album dropped
You did.
that I said she's getting ready to drop a classic. Just the energy she had with the songs that she was putting out. And when I saw the track list and the features, I said, Big Glow about to go crazy. And she did just that, man. I'm excited.
Woo. And speaking of going crazy, she's #2 on the Apple Music charts, and she's now 3rd. She's the 3rd female rap artist of the decade to chart all songs on the U.S. Apple Music charts, which is crazy work, bro.
I think it might be in the running for album of the year.
Yeah.
Just gonna put that out there for Big Glow.
And I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this.
You say it.
What you gonna say then?
I hate to brag, but when I'm right, I'm right.
Okay.
Because I don't forget nothing.
Okay.
There was a radio professional that I used to work for.
Okay.
That told me when the first GloRilla song dropped. What was the first one she came out with?
FNF?
Yeah, when FNF, she'll be done in a year. That's what he said. That's what he told me.
What?
And I said, I don't think so. I said, she got it.
Yeah.
I said, trust me, she got it. And now look at her.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to just get
sorry to that man.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Whoever that was.
They
Yeah.
crazy.
I ain't gonna
work.
put them out there, but
that's why
just
Big
know I
Glow's
know.
album, I feel like, is so powerful because she literally tells that story on the album. Like, y'all try to play in my face. Y'all thought I wasn't that girl. And quietly and humbly, I done running up the charts and I've been consistent. And I'm out here I just love everything about GloRilla. And this album is crazy.
really
So
good.
crazy. So crazy.
Now, did you guys see the BET Hip Hop Awards, or should I call them the Kendrick Lamar Awards?
Man, that's what you should call
Okay, because he did walk home from the BET Hip Hop Awards this week with 8 awards. Kendrick did his big one.
Okay, he didn't walk away with him because he wasn't there.
Well, somebody took him to him.
Somebody
took him to him.
They kept being like, and we gonna accept this for Kendrick. He walked away with. He ain't walk. They mailed him to him.
Well, he won them. That's all right.
He won them, but he didn't show up.
Look at this, though. Look at this list, Roomies. Look at this, man. Best hip-hop video, song of the year, impact track, hip-hop artist of the year, video director of the year, lyricist of the year. Come on, man. Like, this is everything.
Yeah,
everything. Literally everything.
I see it.
So I wonder what DJ Head's got to say. It looks like the West Coast getting their love.
They doing their thing.
They getting their love.
I ain't mad at it. I just wish he would have showed up.
Oh, yeah. I know.
8 times somebody had to walk to that mic and accept something on his back.
Yeah.
We got to do better with the BET Awards artists. Seriously, on some real stuff. Because first you complain about the Grammys, you complain about this, you complain about that.
Mhm.
Now this is literally the name of Black Entertainment Awards,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all not showing up. That's the only way to make them awards really like feel like something is if you showing up and you showing respect to the people that honoring you.
There it
I
is.
always felt that, man. Like you complain about the Grammys, but when the white folks call you, you go.
Mm.
And when the black folks call you,
Okay.
you kind of give them a
Okay.
like.
All right,
yeah.
there it is.
You better go ahead and tell them, friend. Yes.
You ever notice that light-skinned people be the most radical?
They do, and I love that for us. I
They be-
really do.
They do
I
the
love
most
that for us.
radical. You can't tell a light-skinned person nothing
Okay.
about
They be
black
ready
folk.
to march,
Yeah.
honey.
You go to the white folk award.
It's all ready to march.
mean,
Yes.
That is true. That is true.
But I
That
agree
is-
with you though, Toe.
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on with Jay though, man?
Man, Jay-Z and the NFL halftime contract, they have renewed. Details of the agreement have not been released, but they are going to continue that partnership, the
Good.
NFL and Rock Nation. I think that's a good thing because Jay-Z has been doing a great job ever since he took over picking the halftime act.
Yeah.
Even with the Kendrick decision.
Even with the Kendrick decision.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know how I didn't like it. You know,
Right. I was just gonna see if you was gonna backpedal.
I'm not
you know.
backpedaling. I'm saying I didn't like it because I felt like he got it off of a diss record. I don't like that
Oh, boy.
aspect of it.
Okay.
But it's Kendrick.
That's right.
We not sitting here watching Hootie and the Blowfish, something boring that's gonna put us to
Why
sleep.
you didn't rock Hootie in this?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
I'm
caught a
just-
stray, an ugly
Hootie didn't
stray.
deserve that.
Y'all know we went through the Super Bowl halftime show for a few years where we were like, who is this?
No, facts.
For a few years. Then
Mhm.
Jay-Z got it and we started caring again.
Yeah.
So
true.
you got to give him that.
That's my GOAT. And I'm telling you, you heard it here, right here on TSR Live. I'm telling you, Jay-Z is gonna put together the biggest moment in hip hop. Kendrick and Drake make up right there on the hip hop on the halftime stage.
Ain't gonna
So
happen,
keep
dog.
the dream alive.
Ain't
telling
Keep
you.
the dream alive, brother. I
My
love
GOAT
that
gonna
for
do
you.
it. He gonna do it, man.
Yes.
All right, man. And also, man, speaking of somebody that did it, man, the biggest news of the week is that Big Meech has been released to a halfway house.
Yeah.
Detroit is going crazy, and we're gonna have to check in with him later in the show.
For sure. Let's
All
get
right,
it.
all right. Now look, check this out. Now, fresh off of CNN and ABC for a Shade Room interview with VP Kamala Harris, Roomies welcome our very own Justin Carter. Jay, what's up, boy?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Tone? How are y'all?
We good, big
Hey,
dog.
superstar.
What up, Justin?
Are y'all tired? Because I am tired of this election, huh?
Baby, we only got a couple days left, friend. We
Yeah.
almost there.
Hey,
I
Justin,
know.
you gotta tell the Roomies. You gotta tell the Roomies real quick though, because that was it. Kind of came out and it just popped up. How'd you even pull off the VP Harris interview?
Yeah, so it honestly started. You got to be ready at all time. I feel like I have to have a to-go bag at the door every time the election comes around because you just never know when a candidate is going to want to speak to you. So of course we have inquiries into both candidates, and it just so happened last week on Friday that was our moment where. Kamala Harris, the vice president, was going to be in Greenville, North Carolina, campaigning. And she had some free time. She gave us 15, 20 minutes. And it was pretty much like we could ask her whatever we wanted. And of course, it was on the heels of a big announcement this week where she kind of released her opportunity economy pitch, specifically targeting Black voters and Black men. And, you guys know that Black men and the pitch to Black men, at least from the vice president's standpoint, was a big focus last week and into early this week. So who not better to talk to than the Shade Room when it comes to Black issues? And that's what happened. We got on a plane, we got a crew together. We're making it sound, I'm making it sound easier than what it really is. It really was a lot of logistical work. My poor bosses having to do this in 48 hours. Shout out to AC for getting it all together. And she booked flights and we got there, hotels, everything. And we made it happen.
There it is, man.
That's what's up, Justin.
Yeah.
I know your background clean, honey. They did a full background. You had to pay all your parking tickets, be caught up on your taxes, everything to talk to the VP.
At this point, and what's so funny? I interviewed her in January and on Air Force 2. So they already got
Oh.
all my information, all of it. My parents,
Well,
all of that.
You might connect to the White House officially. Now,
Yeah.
how many news outlets have you spoken to this week? Because I know you popping. The schedule is lit.
I know. It was CNN Wednesday. As soon as that video dropped on Tuesday, I believe. No, it was Monday. Yeah, I think it was Monday. CNN was calling. ABC News Live was calling. So that was on Wednesday. CNN International this coming Monday, and then CNN again on Sunday afternoon for the weekend show. So it is like a CNN ABC News blitz.
Love
Yes.
it. Love it.
Love that for us.
Now, JC, I gotta ask you, because if I had to sit in front of the vice president and ask her questions, I've probably been stumbling and go. I just want to know what you gonna do for blah 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 blah. I'd be stuttering and everything.
Yeah.
Did you feel any pressure? You know, making sure you had the right questions and everything, interviewing the vice president?
No, I didn't, Zach. And I think it's because I had met her before. We had, of course, a rapport already. I followed her on a trip from LA to Las Vegas. She flew us on Air Force Two to follow her in her journey. She was promoting, I think, small business loans for people with records back then. This is in January before she was the nominee. So it was a lot more calm. But yeah, it was just real relaxed. Her team said, Justin, just imagine that she's your auntie. And I got that because, you got to talk to, people in, these political roles. You got to talk to them like they're normal people. So that really helped me in that moment. And I would do the same even for Donald Trump, who we're trying to get now, just treating him like a normal person, because that's not my style to like go get him. I really want to hear him. I really want to understand him. And some people might argue that it's hard to understand him, but that's everybody's opinion. But for me, I just kind of want to treat all the candidates fairly and treat them like normal human beings. So that really, really helps me get through these interviews.
Dope.
Love it. All right, Justin, I want you to stick around for our next guest. All right.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, our next guest is known for speaking truth to power. Roomies welcome activist and former Ohio State Senator, and she smoked that Breakfast Club interview, Nina Turner. What's happening?
What's happening? How you doing?
We're good. We're good,
Nina.
Senator. It's a pleasure to talk to you. But I started following you right after the Breakfast Club interview.
Thank you for that, Tone. I really do appreciate it. Kiki, Zach, JC, how y'all doing?
What's going on?
It's happening.
I'm a little hoarse, so I just want you guys to know I'm getting over that hoarseness. So if you hear a little crumbling, crackling in my voice,
You sound like you was
I'm
at TSU homecoming. Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, crazy. All right, so before we get started, we wanted to set the record straight on a question Justin asked VP Harris that included you. All right, Roomies, take a look at this real quick.
Former Ohio State Senator Nina Turner, she came out on CNN and said, why are you, putting black men up against the wall and pressuring them into something that possibly, they don't want to do, if they want to vote for you or not. So my question to you is, do you think that what President Obama said was the right thing to say?
Ooh, okay, wait. Before we do anything, hold on one second. Now let's take a look at what Justin referenced from what you said on CNN.
why are black men being lectured to? Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? Now, a lot of love for former President Obama, but for him to single out black men is wrong. And some of the black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it. So unless President Barack Obama is going to go out and lecture every other group of men from other identity groups, my message for Democrats is don't bring it here to black men who, by and large, don't vote much differently from black women.
Yes.
Come on now.
And first of all, Nina, my apologies to you. I know that you were on the Shade Room in the comments, pretty much trying to clear it up. I was paraphrasing in the moment. They gave us like very little time. I was trying my best to paraphrase in the moment. And maybe it wasn't the best paraphrase, but I want you, I really, really want you to set the record straight. I respect you. I respect your work as a state senator in Ohio. You do amazing things. So thank you for even joining us in the comments to kind of clear things up. We even pinned it so people were clear about your words.
Thank you, JC, so much. And I'm just honored of all the names you could have said to the vice president. You said my name. I'm like, look at there, look at there. I was really my reference on that show in particular on CNN was towards President Barack Obama. The vice president has gone on record. She interviewed with the Black Journalists Association, which I know you all remember that. And she was asked a similar question. And she said, and I'm paraphrasing her here too, let me be clear, that she would have to earn the votes of Black men. That is the right thing to say. And in walks President Barack Obama and steps all over that and proceeds to lecture and shame Black men in ways that he would never do to other people. It is not just hurtful that he did it, but because of his status in the universe, now other people believe that they can shame and ride hard on Black men's neck. And all I was simply saying, don't bring it here, that Black women and Black men rise and fall together. And even though we might not necessarily agree on every single issue, our very liberation and our very survival in these United States of America depends on us being together. Other folks may be able to tiptoe out and be separate, but we cannot be separate. So I wish that President Obama had not brought that to Black men. I just want Black men to know, baby, I love Sister Turn to love you. And I'm gonna make sure whether it's President Barack Obama or the street sweeper up the street, if folks are riding you hard for no reason, I am going to speak up and say something about it.
I love that. I love that. I even want you to speak up for me because I got to go to child support court. So
Zach,
if you can ride for me the way you ride for Black men in there, I ain't got to pay nothing.
Oh God.
Right, no, but seriously though, with all seriousness, what do you think about the Harris Waltz policy platform that they put out specifically for Black men? What are your thoughts on it?
My original premise was that Black men need to be approached like any other voting demographic. They need to be respected. They need to be approached with policy and not to be shamed. So it is ultimately up to Black men from all demographics in terms of how they vote to decide whether or not they like the plan. Now, things like legalizing marijuana, I thought was appropriate. That is not just about Black men. It's about the Black community who suffer higher rates, even though higher rates, 4 times higher rates of being locked up for possession, even though we don't necessarily consume marijuana at any higher rates than white people do, but we're punished differently. Now, my other caveat about that, so we should have been legalized marijuana even before Vice President Harris started to run for office, but I will put that in the parking lot. Other components of the plan that I wish Harris and Waltz would concentrate on is poor people and the working poor and working class Black people, not just middle class. It seems to me, for example, given tax breaks to people who want to start businesses, that's fine and good. But if you are among the working poor, you trying to put food on the table, you trying to make sure you can pay your rent and or your mortgage, you are not necessarily starting a business. So while that is good, I want to see more focus on working class Black people and then working class people writ large.
That makes
Love
sense.
it. Love
That's
it.
a good point. Now, with 18 days left before the election, do you think that third-party candidates will affect the outcome for either Trump or Harris?
Well, Kiki, I know people like to push that, but usually folks who want to vote for a third-party candidate would not come out to vote if that candidate was not there. In other words, even though mainstream media doesn't necessarily frame it this way, if people want to vote for a certain candidate that is outside of the duopoly, they might not necessarily show up. And what I've seen in my travels all across this country over the last 8 years, as you all know, I was rocking on 2 presidential campaigns. Folks were talking a lot about being fed up with the duopoly and wanting to have different choices. Now, folks may eventually end up voting for the 2 in the duopoly, but that doesn't necessarily mean that if they had other choices, they would not go for those other choices. I don't understand how you put 300 million people into 2 categories, be it Democrat or Republican. folks should have other choices than just the two. And so I do hope we continue to have a robust conversation about this. I applaud the Shade Room for bringing this up. And I know a lot of chatter, you know, if you vote for this person, you helping Trump, or if you vote for this person, you helping Harris. The last time I checked, this is supposed to be a democracy. The last time I checked, now it might just be me, but that's what I heard, is that folks have a right to vote for the person that they believe identifies and personifies the vision that they want to have for this country. We might not like it, but that is their right to do so.
Absolutely.
Come on.
You know, all of us, well, I won't speak for everybody, but I'll say myself, right? Grandma, Democrat, mom, Democrat, everybody. If you say anything outside of a black household other than Democrat, you looked at crazy. In my mind, is it time though? Because as you grow, you understand and you look at something, you feel like, hey man, I feel like black people are being left out. Is it time for black people to just kind of come up with their own party? Is it time for us to come up with our own? Because it seems like we get left out of the talk.
Well, we are being left out, but that's a whole nother show. I don't think either party is serving the interests of black people in the way that it should be served. That being said, to start a new party, you got to mobilize people. So that's the first thing that we would have to do. And we would have to build coalition. But in the spirit and tradition of people like the great Fannie Lou Hamer, who started the Mississippi Democratic Freedom Party in the 60s because she was fed up with the Democratic Party. All the history buffs out there may remember she shut that thing down in the 60s, so much so that President Lyndon Baines Johnson called a special press conference because Fannie Lou Hamer was taking charge. But what she did was build coalition with poor black folks. Remember, she was a sharecropper. She built coalition with poor black people and poor white people to say that the Democratic Party at the time was not answering the needs of the working poor, just as they are not answering the needs of the working poor right now. And neither is the Republican Party. People like Fred Hampton. I mean, when we think about the Black Panther Party, even though it wasn't necessarily a political party, they organized and they galvanized people to believe. And they also got in the streets and did the work, the free lunch programs, the speaking truth to power, to putting their bodies on the line, and to making black people understand and realize that the true liberation of any other group starts with the liberation of black people, because it doesn't get more important than trying to liberate your mind, your body, and your soul, the essence of who you are, which we know historically in this country, that was not the goal. I mean, honestly, this country never intended for folks that look like us to be walking around here free as equals. And that's true.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yes.
See why I wanted on the show?
Yeah, I see. I know. I love it. I know.
It was a no-brainer.
I'm fired up. I'm about to.
I hope y'all gonna have me back, and please have me back. And I love you guys, and just again, really appreciate this opportunity. And JC, congratulations to you too, and your family.
Yes.
Kiki and Zach and Tone was lifting you up. I want to lift you up too for the incredible influence that you are having in this moment.
Thank you so much, Senator Turner. I appreciate you. And I also have a question that's twofold. I'm gonna go a little bit off script a little bit, because and Vice President Kamala Harris's team knows that she's not doing as well amongst black voters. 84%. I'm looking at polls recently released. 84% of black voters now versus President Obama's 95%.
Yes.
Back in 2008, which is a big gap. So they're trying to close that gap. Why do you think that is? And the twofold question is, why is it so critical now? What is the pitch for people that are watching to get out there and vote?
Well, vote, because that is really, most people are not going to run for office. Most people are not going to hold office. So what is critical is that people vote, not just for the presidency, JC. I want to just talk about local elections just really quickly. Judges matter, prosecutors matter. You need folks in there who believe in justice and not just locking folks up. Now, some people do need to be locked up. I will say that there are some bad souls walking the face of this earth, but you need people elected to office who understand what true justice means. And so that's in the courts. That's prosecutors. You got city council people. The people serving on the federal level, they ain't plowing snow or removing garbage. That happens on the local level government. So all up and down the ticket, people should make sure that they get out to vote to make their voices heard. And I know people mad as hell. I just did a video and said, hey, if you mad as hell, I still want you to go vote. If you're happy-go-lucky about it, I want you to go vote. But just make sure that you go vote, and everybody else in between. In terms of President Barack Obama, I mean, we remember 2008, 2012, but particularly 2008. I mean, that was a phenomenon. That was a transformative moment in this country's history. I think it's unfair to compare Vice President Harris or any other person to what President Barack Obama was able to galvanize in this country. It's just not fair. Now, that being said, JC, the numbers are what they are. And the Democratic Party, way before Vice President Harris became the nominee, started to erode the support of the Black community, although they enjoy the lion's share of it. In other words, of the big tent and the big coalition of people who vote as Democrats, Black women and Black men. Let me say this again. Black women and Black men. I'm saying this for the folks that want to ride the Black men. Black women and Black men are the strongest, most loyalist base of the Democratic Party. But when you continue to vote for a party year after year after year, and you don't see much change in your community, you don't see much change in the wealth gap. You got elders who were children when the Tulsa riots happened, when white terrorists came into their town and stole their stuff and killed people and destroyed their town. And we had elders well over 100 years old, still alive. And they go to Congress and all they get is a hee and a ha and a pat on the back, and they get nothing else. They deserve reparations, right? They direct in that. And so I'm saying all that to say that when you don't see generational material changes for your people, you start to look at the party that you have given your sweat, blood, and tears to. And it's not to let the Republicans off the hook. I mean, my Shade Room family, I want folks to understand I ride both parties hard because I believe in speaking the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me, God. And I don't worship at the feet of any party. I worship God and I serve the people. But this is the thing here, because Black people give so much of their heart and soul to the Democratic Party and have really nothing generationally, I'm talking about, to show for it, JC, I think that starts to erode confidence. Now, the Republican Party has proven themselves to have lost their ever-loving minds. There is no doubt about that. I'm saying that very clearly. On the other hand of the ledger, though, Democratic Party has got to show the loyalist base of its coalition that it understands, that it cares, that it loves, and that it is going to push policy that uniquely changes conditions for Black people. And then I want our sisters and brothers from other identities, ethnic groups, and racial identities to understand this, that the true liberation of any working class people comes through Black liberation.
Absolutely.
But I think people fed up, JC. I just do. And I've been hearing it all over the country.
I'm about to go get a dashiki. Anybody got a dashiki in there?
Exactly, please.
I feel so Black right now. I don't know what to do. Give me some cocoa butter, dashiki, and burn some incense in here. Because we ain't going for it, Nina.
That is too much. Can I quickly say, because I know you guys have other guests, We Are Somebody, you know, it's a transformative organization that I've started, but the We Are Somebody Fund, we are in Southeast Ohio right now in the Cincinnati area, helping to galvanize Black voters to get out to vote, not telling them who to vote for, but making sure they vote the entire ticket, because sometimes people go vote and then they skip everybody else. It is important to know that your local, regional, and state elected officials matter too, who the judges are, as I said earlier, your prosecutors, all of those people matter as well. So we are out there doing the work. And I do, since you guys said dashikis and stuff, I do want to shout out the ADOS movement too. If you want to look at the 21st century, and I just spoke at the ADOS Foundation convention it went October 3rd through the 5th in New Orleans. I was one of the keynote speakers there. They really are organizing and galvanizing. So back to the point, I think Kiki asked me that question about whether or not, no, Kiki asked me another question, but I was asked the question. Sorry about that, Kiki. I just had a flash. You asked me about third parties, but about whether or not it's time for Black people to start their own party. Again, when it's time to organize and galvanize people, you have got to have groups and organizations out there to do the work. And that's really what this is all about. You know, the great novelist James Baldwin once said, and I will close with this, and if you guys have any other questions for me, I'm acting like this is going to be my last time, but I know I'm going to be back. But the great novelist, one of the greatest novelists of the 21st century, one of my favorites, James Baldwin, he once said that not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced.
That's fair. That's love it. I appreciate you. We all appreciate you joining us, Senator Turner, and of course, JC, Justin Carter. We appreciate you, man, for stopping by. I'm glad you guys got a chance to clear the air. And make sure everybody check out Justin's interview with VP Kamala Harris. It is streaming right now on the Shade Room's YouTube channel. Thanks again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. No problem.
Absolutely. Woo!
Make sure y'all get out and vote.
Yeah,
I told you.
Make sure you get out and vote.
Yeah,
okay.
Man.
She dropped a lot of gems, but to make those things happen, we have to start now. We can't wait to 18 days before an election, in my opinion.
Okay. I see
yeah.
you. You got the braids like Senator.
I mean, you know, she was rocking her red lipstick. I had my red lip. I felt the connection, but you know.
Y'all locked in.
Y'all locked in. Ain't no switching up. You hear me? Also,
go
man,
vote.
Let's jump into this, man. Former President Barack Obama. Not only is he making news on the political side, he's also making the headlines when it comes to sports. Okay, he gave us his NBA all-time top 5 starting 5 picks. All right, let's take a look.
I'm from Chicago. MJ, Michael Jordan at shooting guard. I'd put LeBron at point forward. A bunch of times he'd be bringing up the ball and he'd be distributing. He'd basically be doing some of the stuff that he didn't recently in the Olympics, and that is a pretty good approximation of what Magic Johnson could do. But I want a little shooting and a little flair. I'm going to put my friend Steph Curry into the mix because we're in the three-point era and he is the greatest shooter of all time, bar none. At center, I'm going to put Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, whose game I think translates to today's game. He was such an amazing athlete, an anchor on defense. He's going to give you everything you need out of the center position. This last spot is tough, but I think, especially given today's game, I've got to go with Kevin Durant, KD, who may be the most efficient, effective scorer in the history of basketball. I'm feeling pretty good about that 5, beating just about anybody.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. We got a top 5?
Who would be your top 5 to play against Obama's top 5, Kiki?
My top 5 between my NBA.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you know I'm a big sports girl.
Yeah, we know you like the sports.
Yeah, I love sports, honey. I play basketball all the time.
No, you don't.
Nah, not at all. But my top 5. Okay, first you got to put Quincy McCall.
Who is that?
Who's that?
Monica Wright.
Who is that?
You talking about the people?
Y'all ain't never seen Love and Basketball.
Oh my girl, if you don't stop.
What?
Talk about Quincy
was cold. Okay.
Bow Wow from Like Mike.
I need Bow Wow from Like Mike. I want Bugs Bunny from Space Jam. Okay. And then go ahead and put Kobe on that. Rest in peace, King. Do I got any more left? We'll put MJ on that. You know,
he got MJ on his team. You can't use him.
I can't use him.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out to that boy that be down at the YMCA. He never went pro, but he really could play. You know what I'm saying? So that's my top 5.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Who's your top 5?
I'm from Chicago, like President Barack Obama. I'm gonna go with D Rose. Shout out to him on his retirement.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going at my shooting guard. I'm going Tracy McGrady.
Okay. That's
at my number 3. I'm going to put, because I need somebody that can play defense and play all around and kind of guard LeBron. I'm going with Scottie Pippen.
That's respectable.
Scottie Pippen. At the 4th spot, I'm going with somebody that's unstoppable in today's game. Giannis.
Okay.
And he can play Giannis. And I it's no way I can leave out the big Aristotle, Big Shaq at number 5. That's a solid 5.
I think my 5's better than yours.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Okay. I'm gonna go because he had Steph on there. Okay, I'm gonna put Kyrie on the team because he finna put Steph on skates. Okay, so whatever Steph go down and do, Kyrie gonna go down and do. All right, I got Magic. I'm putting Kyrie and Magic on the team.
Okay.
I'm going Shaq. I got Shaq too.
Okay.
I'm going Kevin Garnett.
Oh.
I'm going KG and I'm going Kobe.
I like that. That's solid 5.
What's
That's
that
solid
player
5.
that be punching everybody?
Who?
That man, he real violent.
You talking about Draymond Green?
Yeah, him. I want him on my team too. Yeah, just in case we gotta throw some balls because he always beat people up. But yeah.
Oh my God!
All right, man. Let's bring it out.
Kiki.
What? Okay, man. Let's bring it our
My
next
bad.
guest into the conversation. Roomies, welcome CBS Sports analyst and a Forbes 30 under 3023. It's Ashley Nicole Moss. What's up?
Hi, how are you guys
Hey,
and
what's up,
girls? Listen, I will say Draymond going from a Hall of Famer to the player that punches people is not the downfall he was expecting, but I'm here for it.
Well, you know, I'm not the credible sports fan, so that man probably got all kind of trophies, but I know him because he be putting paws on people.
I
But
love it.
Ashley,
I'm here for it.
Since you are with us, tell us who would be your top 5 to play President Obama's top 5.
Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and make mine a little bit different than like the usual suspects. So I'm going to go at the 1. I'm going to go one of my favorite ball players of all time, the best ball handler, the most crafty basketball player I've ever seen. I have one of his covers right here. That's Allen Iverson. I'm going to go ahead and put him at the 1. At the 2, it's going to be my GOAT, the late, great Kobe Bean Bryant, also a player who helped me fall in love with the game of basketball. I'm going to put Bron at the 3. I don't think you can have a top 5 without LeBron James. I'm going to go at the 4, though. A lot of people don't give him the credit that he deserves because now he's a little bit of an old head and he talks a lot. But I'm going to go Charles Barkley at the 4.
There you go. Okay, that's a good one. That's solid. That's
because
solid.
back in the day, Charles Barkley was the guy punching people like Draymond is now. And at the 5, I'm going to go Kareem. You got to go Kareem, I feel like, at the 5. And I think I should give Obama a good run for his money.
I don't trust nobody young who'd say Kareem. You know what I'm saying? All we got is the 4 videos. We only got those 4 videos of Kareem playing. We didn't really see Kareem.
Oh, come on.
We didn't get to see Kareem.
Don't do that.
You got to be 85 in the barbershop for me to believe a Kareem
Stop
play.
it. My dad saw Kareem play. He's not in the 80s. He's not in his 80s.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
That's crazy.
All right, now listen. The NBA season for 2024-2025 begins October 22nd, and we've got the defending champions, Boston Celtics, hosting the New York Knicks, followed by the Minnesota Timberwolves with Ant-Man visiting LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Do you have any early predictions?
Listen, I think that the Lakers are going to be interesting to watch because yes, they got Bronny and we know how historic that is. I actually have no issue with LeBron getting his son on the team and kind of strong arming the Lakers into drafting him, but they haven't gotten much better than they were last year and the West has gotten more competitive. So I'm interested to see how they compete. Obviously, we got the Kawhi Leonard news today. It's not great. I don't really know what else he can do for his knee.
His knee.
For those who don't know, he's going to be out indefinitely again while he deals with his chronic knee issue. It's his right knee, I believe. So the Clippers are going to be interesting. James Harden is great in the regular season, but not so much in the playoffs. But I just feel like the Clippers probably won't even get that far this year. I could be wrong. I'm really excited about the West, but I'm a Knicks fan. So my eyes are always on the East. I think the Knicks have a really good shot at taking down the reigning champs to come out of the East this year. I know people think that I'm crazy, but I'm going to stick with that prediction. So the Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. That's my prediction. My big one.
Okay.
Against who? Against?
I like OKC coming out of the West. I really like what they're building. I like how they looked last year. I think that SGA is going to be the MVP this year. I just think the stars are going to line for Oklahoma City this year.
He's nice. That's not a bad.
Yeah.
That's not a bad prediction.
That's solid. That's solid. Yeah. The Clippers are in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes for sure. It's over with. They just tanking.
They ain't got Paul George no more either.
No,
they're cooked
in a new stadium.
They are cooked.
A new arena, and it's well, yeah. Now last night was pretty special around here, and I felt bad for them because I thought the downfall of the Chicago Bulls is when Lonzo Ball went down. I thought the way the game was played with the Bulls and the way DeMar and Zach worked together wasn't really good without him. But he played his first game last night in 2.5 years. How you think? I mean, he hit his first shot. How you feeling about it?
Lonzo's interesting, right? First and foremost, I think it's great. I mean, given all of the different surgeries he's had to go through and just everything that he's gone through physically, mentally, I'm sure spiritually, everything you can imagine. Just even seeing him back on the court was, instrumental in itself. I mean, the last time Lonzo was playing basketball, Donovan Mitchell was still on the Utah Jazz. So just think about like everything that has happened since then. So I mean, he had 10 points, 15 minutes, and it's not even so much about the points. I think it's more about the fact that he was just out there moving. And I think he said post game, like, look, I feel good. My knee hasn't had any issues. It's gonna be interesting though. It's a long season, 82 games, and he doesn't have any, if at all, cartilage in his knee, and that's going to be problematic as the season progresses. It's going to be interesting what the Bulls do with him in terms of load management. Obviously, that's going to be something they have to do. You can't play somebody like that 82 games. But I think if you're a basketball fan, you're just really excited to see Lonzo suited up and just being back out there on the court, because for a while there, it looked like that wasn't going to be a possibility for him.
Yeah, I don't trust that knee, Ashley. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But what about it? Don't you? I mean, it's fair that you don't trust it, but you don't think he can play half a season?
I mean, you play when you miss 3 seasons.
What you want him to do, Zach?
I just don't trust that new knee. He was shooting that shot like that little knee wasn't right.
You bogus.
He ain't really.
Let that man make his money.
Let us make his money.
We done paid him. We ain't stopped paying. We in Chicago, Ashley, so this is really personal.
Got
you know what I'm saying? This hurts us. We are paying this man. He's been paid.
Yeah, I just personally, if you really want to know my thought about the Bulls, I say let's trade everybody and let's get in this Cooper Flag sweepstakes.
That's what we doing, though.
Because Cooper Flag is a generational player. He's going to change the franchise wherever he goes.
I'm gonna say this right now. The what's his name, Ashley? You might know the rookie we just got, Mattis. That plays for the Bulls. Mattis. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah,
I got him as rookie of the year this year.
Facts. There it is.
I got him as rookie of the year. I think he's gonna get a lot of playing time because he's on the Bulls. I'm not saying we're gonna win, but I like his game. He ain't scared. I like what I see from him.
So you want the Bulls to tank? Is that what I'm getting?
Yes. That's exactly what you're getting.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And 4 seats are cheaper that way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they did opening night ticket prices. There was a graphic that went around earlier today on social media. It's like $3 for the Bulls and the Pelicans. So
here we go. That's my number right there.
That sounds good. I'm taking everybody in here. $3. You want to go? You go. We got it.
Y'all selfish. Now Angel Reese was in the news this week, of course, for saying that her WNBA check doesn't pay her bills. That's a problem in itself, but now she's being met with mixed reviews. So what point do you think Angel was really trying to make?
I'm not sure, honestly. I think that maybe, I think it's just the era of sharing on social media, and I think the younger generation just sometimes overshares. But I'm sure she, I'm not counting her coins, but I'm sure she has a lot of different streams of income. If you see, she has the podcast and she has cereal deals and makeup deals and things like that. So for her, she can spend that much money on rent, and it could go ahead and supersede what she makes in the WNBA. Now, is that the most financially smart decision? No. I mean, it's always better to for $8,000 a month, you could probably put a down payment on a mortgage for a house, kind of seems irresponsible to throw that away in rent and you don't get a tax write-off for it. But, who am I to say? If she has $8,000 to just kind of blow and spend that on rent, then spend it on rent. You guys tell me, do apartments in Chicago cost that much?
Look, I tried to tell him this earlier when we were having show prep. I was saying like $8 a month is nuts. In Chicago, you can get something for like $4 and $5. It's super nice.
Y'all are stressing me out with that.
That's $1 million mortgage, bro.
Okay, it could be $1 million mortgage, but how you know she want to like she's renting? She's young. She's in her early 20s. Let her, if she wants to spend $8,000 on rent, let her do that.
No, for sure. That's her business. Absolutely. Yeah.
And we're just saying it some more. When she's done paying this, she's gonna think about that time. Hey, remember when my rookie year when I paid $8,000 a month? She's gonna remember that. And be like, damn.
It's just gonna be a great time. And just a lot of people get these mortgages and they be so happy. Look, I'm one of them. So, buy a house, be so happy, and then all this stuff break, and now I gotta pay for it. Sometimes I wish I was renting.
Come on.
And guess what? Even though I own my house, like I bought a house. The bank own it. If I stop these mortgage payments, guess what? The bank taking it. It ain't like I own it and I can just hold it down until it's paid off.
It's the taxes, Zach.
Okay,
Yeah, but
so
if you buy a condo, if she were to buy, say, a condo in a building, then the building's still responsible for maintenance and things like that. It's just you're not paying, the taxes are different. You know what I mean? Like I think there's
I
maybe a
got
middle
you, but
ground.
Chicago HOA fees is $8,000 a month, damn near in these condos.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Oh,
lie.
wow.
HOA
Crazy.
fees
That
in
is true.
Chicago are ridiculous.
My
That
fee
is
is
true.
crazy.
Mhm.
But anyway, we're not gonna get to that, man. Let's
I don't even know what we talking about.
I
no
don't
more.
know. We need to mind our broke business, okay? We need to mind our broke business. Every time I get on Angel Reese Instagram, I feel broke. So, girl, run it up. Enjoy yourself, sis.
No doubt. All right, look, Nicole, it's trading season. It's like everything's happening in the NFL right now. We seeing Devontae move. Is there any other trades we should know about? Did you hear about this happening?
I'm a Cowboys fan, so trades and NFL season don't really go together for me. So if it's not the Dallas Cowboys making a move, I honestly don't think that I'm concerned with any of it. I have my own problems in Dallas, but I will say the Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers situation is interesting, right? Because I feel like they're kind of putting a Band-Aid over a gunshot in New Jersey with the Jets here. I think that Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams on paper sounds good, but they're also not the younger versions of themselves. So I wonder if this is going to be the fix that the Jets and Jets fans are hoping for. I'm leaning to the side that it's going to result in maybe a couple of more wins, but I don't think it's going to result in the ultimate success that this team is thinking that it will. But it's good for reunions and selling jerseys and, you know, Twitter discussions, if you will.
Yeah, your fantasy football team. If you need a
Ashley, I
quarterback,
think you're wrong. That's a bad man, like Stephen A. Smith said. I don't know, Ashley. I
You
know
think
he's
that's a
an
Super
older
Bowl
version.
team?
Okay, not Super Bowl, but I don't know. They could compete for the division.
If we're not talking Super Bowl, what are we talking about?
What do you mean?
I know that's right.
You got to get in the tournament first, don't you?
I mean, when we talk Chiefs, we know we always talking Super Bowl. We're not talking Super Bowl. What are we talking about?
well,
You a Dallas fan, so what are we talking about?
Exactly. I'm not
Ashley's
talking about nothing.
They think they're going to Super Bowl every year.
She's realistic.
That's
That's
hilarious.
my point.
Facts. That's fair. You win.
And you know, since we were talking about the Jets, you know, Jets receiver Alan Lazard, he faced consequences under the NFL's no gun gesture policy. Now we've seen these situations in the NBA with Ja Morant, where he was fined and benched and different things like that over these actions. Do you think that the NFL and NBA is overreacting when it comes to the gun gesture thing?
Yes and no. I think the NFL, you know, they don't call it the no fun league for no reason. I think that they're a little bit over the top sometimes when it comes to these celebrations that players can and cannot do. On the other hand, if I'm looking at it from a different perspective, obviously there are a lot of young kids who are fans of the NFL and the NBA as well. We do, you know, have a gun violence situation in this country. Maybe they're just not trying to you know, in any way, shape, or form contribute to that. So I think that maybe if it's a gun, you know, gesture being banned, I don't have an issue with that. But I do think that there needs to be a little bit more of less of a leash on the celebrations that players can do. I personally think that like unsportsmanlike conduct and taunting flags are like the dumbest flags and penalties you can get in professional sports. It's literally the whole fun of playing a competitive sport, being able to trash talk your opponent and make gestures to your opponent. And the fact that that results in penalties in both the NBA and the NFL, I think is just absolutely ridiculous. So if you want to ban certain gestures, that's fine. But I think we've gotten even past that point with both of these leagues, specifically the NFL.
Yeah, what you think, Tom? I think it's ridiculous.
No, I don't. I mean, the gun, that's too much. The gun is too much, but I do agree.
How is the gun too much? It's a hand.
It's still too much.
What if it mean like I just smoked you?
Yeah.
Not like, you know.
I get it, but
Let me
I just think
ask
it's
you-
too much.
Let me ask you this: what did when you watched Bugs Bunny? Who was he getting chased? He was getting chased with a real dude. He had a real rifle in his hand in a cartoon. Was that too much? Yeah, I'm asking. Do you think that's
I mean,
too much?
Elmer Fudd?
Elmer Fudd. Elmer
we doing
Fudd
it?
had a
What
gun. Is that too much? Like,
How do we go from?
He done brought Elmer Fudd in
I brought
this.
Elmer
That
Fudd.
is fictitious, bro.
But what I'm trying to say is like, what? It's all fun. Like, it's just come on, man. Y'all play Call of Duty all day long.
That's true.
But then it's just like we pick and choose when we want to be righteous, and that's just no. It's whack.
Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, I just think it's too much. What he wants to do, Ash, is make me look crazy and make me look old because I want to get rid of it.
I feel like that's no different than like, okay, you play Grand Theft Auto. Do you want to see like Grand Theft Auto strippers on the sidelines, like in hologram form? No, like some things don't have to, like
correlate.
I mean, I'm not saying that they need to be. Never mind. I'm gonna leave that. I almost.
Thank you. All right, Ashley, thank you so much for stopping by the show. We're gonna have to bring you on back to talk sports. And when the Jets go to the Super Bowl, I just want to be right. So we must bring you on and say I told you so.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah, you got to come back, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
All right,
peace.
Now, speaking of waving guns at people, okay, October is National Bullying Awareness Month, and cyberbullying has been at an all-time high and impacted kids and adults at an alarming rate.
Kiki.
What? I only bully y'all too. Now, one of the ways to combat bullying is by boosting your confidence and self-esteem. And our next guest is all about that. He has become a national cheerleader for helping the ladies boost their confidence on social media. Big Sexy, welcome to the show.
What's going on?
Hey, friend, what's up?
Hey, man, was great,
baby.
Welcome to the show. I have to ask you, what inspired you to do the walking movement? Like, what you be popping up behind everybody.
I know, and you know what's so crazy? I first started doing it on the roof with plus size women, and so it went crazy because you know a lot of times when people are ostracized and people are not looked at in a certain way that it's normalized of beauty. It went crazy. People were sharing it. People was talking, and that's what I wanted them to do. Because in order for you to talk, you put me in rooms that I've never been in. And so when I started doing it on the roof with my plus size girls, then I had a whole bunch of women with big platforms reaching out, saying they want to showcase their looks and their outfits. And I think oftentimes when it comes to the dynamic sometimes with women, and especially Black women and Black gay men, sometimes it can be very fickle. And I think for me, I just wanted to start a movement where I was showing honor and respect for women who I appreciate and they inspire me, and I move like them and talk like them, and a lot of things I learned from them. So I'm like, you know what? Let me take this to another level. And so now it's just been going crazy. But a lot of people don't know I've been outside though, sister. I've been doing things outside. I think this just really took off because it was original and it was something like, I guess people was looking at it like, what is he doing? But then it's like first they laugh and they copy. So I see a lot of people following the movement, and that's what I want.
That part. Now, does the movement have a name? Like, what's the official name of what you're doing?
Oh, I can't give you the official name until the pen is done.
I got you. Okay, get your coin. I got you.
I got my lawyer. So when that is done, then I'll give the official name. I don't need nobody thinking about.
I got you.
Now with all of this is a two-part question, Big Sexy. All right. Now with all of that energy, dog, is it any way like did you ever had self-esteem problems?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people may think that this is a facade or a character that I've created for social media, but people who know me since I've been growing up, I'm 30 years old. People who know me, I've always been this way. Yes, it has taken a lot for me to really completely understand who I am as a person, but I've always been this way. I've always been confident. I was always that gay boy. I was one gay boy out of the whole high school of people, and it would be me. I would be coming to school with my bags, my bangles, my earrings, looking a mess. Just trying to find myself and my identity and figure out who I am and how I should live and how I should walk and how I should operate. And so I've always been this person though. But I guess I told myself when I was younger, which I really did, that when I got older and I really learned who I was, that I would be a voice for other people. And I would also show other Black gay guys that it's okay to be who you are. And so, yeah, I've always been like this, child. That's why I'm coming out with a documentary, because I want people to, I have footage of me when I was young. Huh?
Have you ever been bullied?
I have. So I'm originally from the Bronx. And I migrated to Savannah, Georgia when I was 11 years old. And so when I was growing up in the Bronx, I literally remember being at the bus stop and it was boys throwing glass cans down off of the roof to me, shattering around me, literally. And I was probably like maybe like in the 6th grade. And so I went from New York And then I migrated to Savannah, Georgia. So I came from New York with the accent, being heavyset, gay, and feminine, moving to the South. So I went through it in the North, and then I went to the South and went through it again. But it really made me who I am. I'm a beast. Everything about me, my mindset, how I move, how I operate, this is really who I am in real life. So I take everything that I went through as really a badge of honor to make me who I am today, for real, for real.
There it is. What's the process of choosing the women that you walk behind?
So at first, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. At first, it was anybody who wanted to do it, but you know, it's the magnitude is so crazy to me because I have a lot of viral videos that people know of my art. I have Where the Hood Niggas At. I have the video with me and my friend Flex laughing at the table. I know y'all seen it before. We cracking up laughing. Steve Harvey talked about it.
That was you?
Was on the group. Yes, that's me.
I saw that video.
Yeah, that's me and my friend Flex. We at the table rolling, cracking up, laughing. So I've been had viral videos. I've been outside, but I think for this movement, it's taking off so crazy. So now I have to be real selective about how I move and how I operate. But it's not only for famous women. It's for women who are bosses. I'm about to bring my military girls out. I'm about to bring my single mothers out. I'm about to be jumping behind some single mothers, her babies. Just showing a badge of honor. Like, just showing that, yes, it can be done. You look fab, giving honor, giving praise. And so that's what it is.
There it is.
Now, who is on your dream list of women to walk behind and jump behind, friend?
Oh, yeah, the world is going to gag with one coming up. Can't say that person. The world is going to gag with her. But on my list, of course, it's so many. Beyonce, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. Oh my God, the list goes on and on. Seriously, like I love Rihanna. I love Kim Kardashian. I love Viola Davis. I love Taraji P. Henson. I love those women. So it's like those would be my dream collabs. But I got one in the vault. She's an R&B legend, superstar, and she's gonna gag the world. So yeah. Those are my.
We need you behind our Madam Vice President. We need you to get jumping on down to the White House.
I think that'll be so amazing. Because when I tell you I'm so Team Harris, it's bad. It's bad. When Harris win, I'm gonna be boohoo crying. So that would be an honor. Like I would love to do that with Harris. I love Harris.
Yes.
So much.
We need you to jump, get the people jumping on down to the polls, honey, to vote.
Oh, sister, when I tell you I love Harris, I know that's another conversation for another day, but I'm like obsessed on another level. When my girl win, because I'm claiming it, I'm speaking into the airways, I'm gonna be boohoo crying because I just can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yes, me too.
Kiki, we gotta get him behind. Big Sexy got to get behind you.
Oh yeah, we got to make that happen.
We got
when he said he was doing it for the big girls, I was already on board. Yes, honey.
You ready, Kiki?
I'm ready.
Sure
Whenever
your
you
garments.
ready.
I want you to come with your garments.
I got an old nasty piece. Yes. I got an old nasty piece I'm gonna pull out for you, baby. It's gonna have a train on it and everything. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Try me. Bring your ass down to Atlanta. Kiki, I'm ready for you.
We coming to Atlanta.
We're gonna be there this weekend.
Next weekend.
I will, friend. Trust.
She said, he said that again.
Oh, what? Nasty piece. Yes, baby.
Nasty piece.
All of a sudden, I'm from New Orleans. I don't know what's going on, Big Sexy. I love you. But,
I love you.
Let the people know where they can follow you and what's coming up next.
So you can follow me at Big Sexy Official on all of my social media platforms. I'm going to be on a sitcom coming up. I have a book coming out. More amazing content. I'm so thankful. Also to the Shade Room, I love and appreciate y'all so much. I know sometimes y'all can get a bad rep for certain things that may go on, but I also understand that it's a job that y'all have to do. And even if it came down to a day that I had to hit the vlog for a certain situation, I get it. Because you guys have always shown love over and over, from Nene to Monique. So it just never stops with y'all. So I'm forever thankful. I'm forever appreciative. And stay tuned, baby. A lot more on the way. I'm not playing with them.
There you go. Right. There you go.
We're going to be watching, friend. And you welcome back on the show anytime. I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Love you, baby.
All right,
my boys.
I love. Hey, man, that's the cool thing about it. I always like the content creators because it's cool how life can change for you.
Oh, yeah.
Off your cell phone plan.
Yep.
It's just crazy. He's sitcom, book, all of that stuff is happening for him just off of having that type of energy and showing it to the world on your phone. So cool. So
Absolutely.
cool. So cool. Man, now we got a treat for us. Speaking of creators, man. That's right. Okay, Roomies, we got a real special treat. Join us now as actress, comedian. It is Dr. Pretty Vee. What's up?
What they do? Hey, you guys.
What's up?
What's up? Shade to the room. Shady. What's up? What they do?
You just had a birthday. How you celebrate?
I did. I was in Jamaica. I just got back. Jamaica it's always a good time. It's always a good time to just restart. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them. It's one of them places.
And you on the Wild and Out tour, right?
Okay.
Yes, we on the Wild and Out tour. Yes.
Can you share with us some of the funny behind the scenes moments?
Man, you already know Nick Cannon doesn't even get his flowers, and I thank God for the platform, but we all just so much alike, but we just so different, the B. Simone's, the DC Young Flies, Emmanuel Hudson, the conceited Justina. I mean, the list goes on and on, but we just have a good time. We just make our own little party every time we on tour, for sure. But we just be chilling for real and just ready to work and get the people what they want to see.
I love it.
Yeah. Now you recently became Dr. Pretty Vee.
Yeah.
You getting a pushback from it. What? Why people got a problem with you getting your doctorate? It don't make sense.
And I don't know. I don't know what was going on in that month and that season. I think it was back in June when I got it. And like I said before, I was on Jock's platform, and I said, the Missy Elliott got theirs, the Michael Jackson got theirs, the Ushers got theirs. So many great people. And when there's a comic that is dancing on a table and doing these skits and these sketches, people don't think I'm qualified for it. I never said I was in med school. I never said that. I never said I was doing that. They just recognize me for my philanthropy work, and I do the work, and I do what I do in my community and outside of it. So I was so grateful, to be in that number, to be in that win. My mama got hers that day. My sister got hers that day. My brother got his that day. So we was all celebrating as a family because we were, elected to be there. And on top of that too, we did a whole program for a year straight. So it's just like, I didn't get it, and I don't have nothing to explain. It's just the fact that, people just don't get it and don't think that I'm qualified because I'm a funny person, I'm a funny girl, and they this and they that. But no, it's Dr. Pretty Vee. It's Arthur Pretty Vee. It's all these accolades that you guys know me be doing. So actress, all that good stuff, philanthropist, like entrepreneur, like I'm an all-purpose entertainer. So I just thank God for allowing me to be in that win and that number. And I don't really care about none of the other noise. We just tune it out and keep it moving.
Facts.
I know that's right. Now let's talk about Arthur Pretty Vee. You got your book. It's called The Pretty 100-Day Guide to Recenter Yourself and Find Your Purpose. What inspired you to get deep on us? Because we used to laughing with you. Now you got us reading.
Yeah, and we could do both. It's all about balance.
What inspired you to write it?
Just my life. I every morning I text all my friends in the industry, outside of the industry, and I just always give them a devotional, each morning. So I wanted to do it like, if this helps someone, and people always say, V, like, thank you for sending this to me. I appreciate you so much. Like, this made my day. I was depressed. I was like, wow, I have a story too. I was depressed. I had anxiety. I was nervous. I battled in the mind at one point, but I know my words could help. And the things that I would taught myself, my mother taught me, I could share it with somebody. And I wanted to write it. And it's not about just a daily devotion. It's comedy in here. It's love in here. It's healing in here. I have so many people in this book, Issa Rae, Shaq, Charlamagne, so many great people in my book that wrote what makes them victorious, because it's the pretty victory, and I wanted to write this book to change lives, to help someone. It's a relatable, I'm just here I'm not here to point fingers. You should do this. You should do this. No, it's about, hey, come join in. There's victory at the end of your struggle. Like, I was once there. I'm not perfect. We still go through things, but I wrote about what I went through, and it's 100 days. And I hope it helps a soul, because it helped me. I've got messages from my mom that's in my book, that she helped me to say these 5 things over your life. I got words from my celebrity friends and my friends that's in the industry that helped me, that I'm sharing with my readers. So I just wanted to write this just to help someone, you know, and I know it will. We've been doing great so far on the platforms, Amazon, Target, and all those, the Books A Million, Barnes and Noble. And I just want to keep the energy going, you know, because it's going to help someone, and I know it will. So that's why I wanted to just inspire somebody and just help somebody, because every morning I would drop a Joyce Myers in somebody's text message and they would say, yo, this helped me. So I'm like, dag, I got some words too to help you. So why not write? And I did that. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. People don't talk about their mental health. People don't talk about their mind. I was once there. I remember when I wasn't sleeping for months because I was trying to figure out what my next was. That was in 2016 before I got famous, before I got viral on Instagram. You know, my mother said, Vina, you're gonna be in the arts. And I didn't know what she was talking about because I'm a PK. My mom's a pastor. So I didn't know what she meant by that. And then, you know, when I fought myself in the street, that's when life began. And I was still trying to figure it all out. Working 9 to 5, working this, working that. And now I'm here because of I changed my mind, and I made sure, like, if I'm gonna be this person, I got to make sure that my lifestyle is aligned. You know, do we all go through things? We do, but I made sure to keep God first in all things. Everything y'all see on my Instagram, turning up, twerking, all those different things. That's just me showing y'all the gifts. But on the back end, we gonna help somebody, because I was once there too. So it made sense. It's alignment with my brand. So. For sure.
I respect the transparency, because I always hear that comedians and people who have a job of making people smile all the time, sometimes y'all deal with it the worst.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We hold y'all. We got y'all emotions. We got a big responsibility to do. Y'all don't even know what we all probably go through on a daily, you know, but we still got to show up, and we still got to, you know, make sure we perform and keep our mind centered and keep our mind on our purpose. And thank God I don't battle none of that, right? But I'm not perfect. You know, we ain't around here just depressed, but I'm gonna tell a soul how I got from my depression. And I hope it helps. You know, so that's why I wanted to write this book, because it's an all-purpose book. It's not just for, you know, women, it's unisex too. I talk to the men as well. I think it's day 32, and I say, hey sir, how you feeling? Hey black man, how you feeling this today? So it's one of those moments where I cater to you guys as well. And I'm excited. I'm excited what God is doing in my life, and I'm excited for my next too. So this comes out next year. It's on pre-order right now, and we're just gonna keep pushing it with everything else I have going on.
Now, Pretty Vee, you know, we've seen you do plenty of skits with Desi Banks, and you know, Desi will do the white Air Force Ones versus the black Air Force Ones type of guy. Which one do you prefer? What type of man do you prefer? The white Air Force One guy or the black Air Force One guy?
I prefer like both. Like, give me the white, give me the black. You know, some days you got to be a little clean. The next day you got to be a little black forces. You know, you got to have some vibes with you, for real. Yeah.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
I need both. I need a balance. I need somebody that could be a little hood, but it take me back to Psalm 23 sometimes. You know,
there it is. Women want everything. You gotta be hood.
Come on now. Be hood now.
Be clean.
100,000.
Make 100,000.
Gotta be a boss. You know, you gotta be one of them ones. And you gotta have some Psalms 23 in you too. And we ain't just gonna talk to anybody now.
That's not too much to ask.
Y'all just got a list. It's like y'all just got a list.
Yes.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
We prefer y'all to wear, well, I do, the white Air Force Ones, but I need a man that'll put them black forces on and crash out about me.
No,
that's it.
Black Air Force One all day.
That's all you like is black Air Force One men.
This lady likes to do this. If he is not a shooter, he cannot talk to her.
If you ain't got a felony,
stop telling my business. Stop telling my business.
Yeah, no, seriously. We need all of that. We need the balance. Again, like I always tell my homegirls, like I said, me writing this book, I said, look, if you got a headache and you going through something and your man can't turn around and lay his hands on you and say, baby, go to sleep, let me pray, then I don't want to talk to you. You know, like it's bigger than the looks too. It's like you got to really have some type of substance, some type of morals, some type of vibe. Like I gotta really know I'm covered and like protected by you. I don't want to just you take the jury off and that's just that. Like what's that? Like you need to talk to me, pray with me, vibe with me, something.
I can't just put her to sleep. That's like
no, you gotta pray for it too.
You gotta pray. That's the biggest. You don't know what's going on in this world right now. It's so much stuff going on. We gotta pray.
After that, can we?
Oh my God.
Can we do it?
Anyway, Pretty Vee, we hear you want to get more into the acting world. Who's your dream like co-star and your dream director that you would want to work with?
I love TP. I love Tyler Perry.
Of course. Yes.
I would love to work with Tyler Perry. I love Kenya Barris. I think he's so amazing at what he does. Of course, Jim Carrey would be another actor and another bold comedian that I would love to work with, because Jim Carrey is like an inspiration to me. Like, you know, I just love Jim Carrey. I just love what he does. And that's just someone that I would love to play in a movie with. But I think Tyler Perry and Kenya Barris, you know, and Will Packer would the three top that I would love to work with as far as directors go and just what they bring, you know, and yeah.
Absolutely.
Putting it out there.
Yeah, my movie comes out November 14th. You already know Style Me for Christmas. It's gonna be on BET. Me, Mario, and Raven. So it's gonna be
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Pretty Vee. Thank you for joining us. We wish you nothing but success.
And go pre-order your book.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Go pre-order your book.
Tell them what
pre-order your book, you guys. Again, like I said, this book is a life-changing book. I mean, I wrote from day 1 to day 100, the Pretty Victory, 100-day guide devotional to recenter yourself and to find your purpose. Again, I'm not perfect. I'm still writing my journey, but these days will help you because I've been through what y'all probably still going through. I've been through so much to get to this space. That's when y'all be saying I'm not funny, y'all don't understand. Like, nigga, it's all right because we still writing, okay? We still writing. We still making the millions, okay? We still do what we got to do. And because God is good, you know, we got to quiet that noise out. And that's what's in probably day 12, you know, quiet the noise. So you could go into your divine purpose and you could walk into your divine victory. But if you still keep entertaining that noise, you're not going to go there. You can't get there. So you have to quiet the noise. And that's what inspired me to also write, to help somebody who's in the space that I am in this world of being famous and being a celebrity. You have to center yourself and find your purpose. So I wrote this book not just for just the women, but for the, you know, the guys as well. So yeah, go buy it. Amazon, The Pretty Victory, Barnes & Noble, pre-order it. You know, Books A Million, Target, Walmart. The list goes on. And follow me. It's your girl, yes, I'm Pretty Vee. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Thank you so much for joining us, Pretty Vee. Thank you.
Thanks, you. Bye.
All right. Now, this is, wow. When this story broke, we were both, me and Zach were in the studio. Yeah, Big Meech is on his way home and has recently been placed in a halfway house. And yes, it has the entire social community on complete fire. Let's check in with our TSR fam in Detroit to see how folks are feeling. Roomies, welcome. Randi, Rossario, and Stewe. What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, y'all.
What's up? How y'all feeling?
What up, though?
What up, though? Hey, okay, we still at home now.
No doubt. Now you got to talk to us about the vibe in Detroit. After word got out that Meech was transferred to a halfway house, I know the city just happened. Everybody was like, "What? I know it was going crazy."
Listen, when I tell you everybody's excited, and it's like a 50-50 thing. People are excited that he's home, but then people are like, you know, why y'all online glorifying somebody that was dealing drugs or, you know, the head of a ring or whatever? And it's like, bro, when you a kid and you in the hood, I don't know if all y'all grew up in the hood, but we from the hood, okay? Mm-hmm. When you a kid from the hood, the person that run your block, you usually look up to. So here now as an adult, no, we're not glorifying the drug dealing and the killing and all that. We're happy that a Black man, a Detroiter, is out reuniting with his family, reuniting with his business, and they have legitimized business. Now they got their own TV show and everything now. So that's what I'm celebrating. Stu, what about you?
Man, the same thing. I mean, when you talk about Detroit, Randi, especially being from here, it's like we got the story of resilience, right? Reinvention. And I feel like that's much the story of our own Big Meech. And, you know, reflecting on the past, like you said, we are celebrating the homecoming, but this is an opportunity to shape the future, the rooted growth and opportunity of unity that we got to really bring home. You know, we got the TV show, you know, we got legal businesses that we got the opportunity to take advantage of. I mean, it's a huge inspiration, and I feel like it's going to continue to elevate the culture, community, and the ambition here. When you talk about that grit, that grind, I know, you're from Detroit just from like special powers. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere they be like, "You from Detroit?" I don't have nothing Detroit on. I'm just like, yeah. How you know? It's just
it's
a
the
thing.
buffs.
It's how you move.
It's the buffs.
It's a culture. It's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I really am excited myself. I mean, as soon as we got the news, we went to the bar, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
Those, hey, Mr. Shade Room friend in the green, those are wires. Those aren't buffs. I'm gonna show you some buffs.
Oh, these are here. No, these are just wired. This is a light everyday wear.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Please,
Okay,
please.
correct him.
Please,
Correct him.
Okay.
Because you know, I have
this is, you know.
That something like little diamonds on the
Little
side.
diamonds.
Yeah,
This
like-
Detroit, though, you know, it's the
But
least I
you
can
know,
do with this news coming out. You know what I mean?
I love it. I love it.
Shout out to all my friends in Detroit. Now, Meech was arrested back in 2005, but now all the way today, you can see the impact and the influence on the city. Can you guys speak to the inspiration that his life story has given Detroit?
Man, it's for me personally, it's a story of overcoming and victory. A lot of us, like when we talk about the hood and the ghetto and whatnot, like we have to understand that we were placed there intentionally. So when we see somebody come out the hood, we see somebody, you know, grow and just win. That's exciting for us. And that makes you look and say, I might not do it the same way as you, but I can come up too. So to me, that's what I'm seeing. It's like, yo, I see somebody from the same streets I'm from the same city I'm from, and they're winning right now, or they're winning after, you know, having to sit down for almost 20 years. But that's a win is a win, you know, a win is a win.
And I see that same thing, Randy. And I really have to say, on my side of things, I think one of the biggest things that stood out was the camaraderie. You know, when you talk about the respect and the integrity amongst the people that you're around, that had a big impact on me and even my own situation and the things that I've been able to build here in the city of Detroit. That was a huge role model for me as far as respect, how we treated each other. You know, if my not necessarily my car, your car, but you know, being able to utilize different things within the resources of our circle with no you know, jealousy or animosity. And I feel like that was a huge thing that, you know, Detroit is a genuine place and authenticity is a big deal here. So when it comes to the things that Meech was utilizing within his organization and how he operated, you know, that was a huge inspo that you can not only take, you know, in certain fields, but also apply when it comes to business or any other organizations that you would like to run.
Agreed.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely, because you know, when you watch, when you hear the Big Meech stories, and you watch the show on BMF, you know what I'm saying? Yes, he's selling what he was selling, but you know, you got to have a Fortune 500 type of mindset to even move any situation the way he moved it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask y'all, with 50 Cent's BMF being out, you know, it introduced Meech and Terry to just a whole new generation. How has the show impacted Detroit?
I think for us, it's just one of those like, oh, we're excited to finally be getting some of the flowers and some of the attention, because like now it's a lot of my friends that are not from the city, that's from like Atlanta or the West Coast, are like, oh, is it really like that in Detroit? Or I want to come visit Detroit. Or is it really doing this, or is it really doing that? I think overall, like we're happy and we're excited about it, but we just still like, hey, just remember, this is Detroit.
This is not make believe, okay? We are not on the movie set.
I feel like someone's always gonna have something to say about certain instances and the details of how it was being able to be portrayed on TV. We're gonna have that, but you know, like Randy said, I think we're very excited to have our foot and a chance for a little piece of our history and our stories to be told, you know, on such a crazy platform, you know, and to be working with somebody like, you know, 50 Cent on the story, you know, I think that's a huge thing for the city that we've really been proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. And Randy, just to speak to what you were saying, it's a such thing as drug dealer fresh. That was a thing. Like the drug dealers had everything first in the hood. So when you saw Jordan first, they had them on. They had the best cars, the best. So a lot of stuff that we may have saw on TV, we got to see in real life. because of the hood heroes in a sense. And
the first cell phone I saw was from one of the local drug dealers. The first, when I never forget, it was probably like 1996, y'all. I saw it. I think I was 5 or 6 years old. I had that cell phone. I'm like, wait, you can call somebody from your car? Let me see.
Let me see. And then people that's mad about it, you know, we celebrating him coming home. There is a such thing, you weirdos. It's called paying your debt to society. He's paid his debt to society. That's it. It's over with.
Can we also note that, and I don't mean to take it here, but I'm gonna take it there. Can we also note that these are the same people that are so excited about that $1,200, $1,500 stimulus check that they supposedly got from Donald Trump, and they still supporting him? Meech literally was feeding the block. Meech was literally feeding the streets, families on families on families in real life. Now, like I said, I'm not making no excuses because that's not the path I would choose. But in real life, I can also see why people are celebrating this because they remember when their Uncle Meech was paying their mama bills when their daddy was in jail. They remember when Uncle Meech was dropping off that bag to make sure they was eating groceries and whatnot. I think that because we're so caught up in where we are right now in society and where we are right now winning and whatnot, people don't think about the fact that some of us got core memories of this man making sure people was good in the hood.
Facts. All right, now let's go ahead. Let's do something. Let's bring in BMF writer, producer Kirkland Morris. Now, you've been with the show since season 1. I got to ask, how much input did Meech even have in the storytelling of the show? Let's bring him in. Where's Kirk? There you are, Kirkland. What's up, buddy? How you feeling?
Oh, yeah. I'm glad to be alive as usual. When I wake up on this.
There it is, brother.
Hat, boy. That's clean.
Hey, man, you clean. As long as you stay on the right side of the dirt, you all good. That boy came in there.
I mean, it's tilted too, boy. He got to run the numbers. No, it's good to be here. It's exciting.
Oh, man. Tell the roomies, Kirkland, how much did Meech have? Because we hear stories, we heard pieces. How much did he really have input on the show?
Let me tell you, we really had to lean on people like the ones we come across, because I'm telling you, the day we started, I think we talked to him one time before they snatched him away from us through the system. Wow. I was like, oh no. No. And then was pumping to show up. They were like, this gonna be this gonna be that. And we was like, oh yeah. We got to really try to figure out how we going, because it's so rich, of course, talking to him, you know. You go right to the stars. Right. So it's been then he got us some other people who worked it out to get some liaisons that could talk with us, and we got in there, and that was actually my first writing job. So I learned so much on that show all the way around. You know, I put in 18 years before I got that seat. And first one I got the BMF show, I was like, oh, I'm about to learn something now. It's been, yeah. Man,
no, that is very cool. Very cool.
Now, can you tell us what we can expect from the upcoming season 4?
I can say, you know, that's really interesting. I'm trying to see how to put it. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be some surprises. And hey, we gonna try to come through that, make the D proud. As our showrunner Randi, if you guys know, he had a stroke. And so he's been on the mend all the rest of this time. We're hoping he gets back. Yeah. So we doing this for him to keep it going for him, and let me shout out 50 too, because 50, you know, he the one that discovered me and asked Randi, the showrunner, to give me a shot, and it changed my life.
Amen.
So, you know,
shout out 50 Cent. Shout out 50 Cent. Definitely. I just love this. I love this, man. How look at these Detroit. The Detroit people are so proud right here. And do you see how they smile?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are we bringing Carisha back?
That's what I was getting ready to ask. Hold on. You know I was going there.
We bring Carisha back. But she did such a great job.
I just got since we got to keep with season.
Please don't.
She did a great job acting. That crowd was good.
I love
that crowd.
Meech, where's my husband?
I'm
sorry.
You had to do it.
Oh, you had to do it. Oh, wow.
In season 4, are you guys going to continue to place random celebrities in there at any point?
You know what? You know,
we'd be like, where did he come from? Is that a
Surprises. Who the surprises?
We need to know. We need to vet these people.
We need to vet these people.
It's knowing we need a part. I think we need roles.
Come on now.
If you thought I wasn't about to, if you think I'm not about to slide in his DM as soon as this live is over, you outside your mind. What? I don't even wrote his full
Talking
name
about
down.
that ambition.
I got my opening line and everything. Look, I'm not that Randy, but I'm other Randy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you be watching me, man. Like, is that sexy red making Meech a drink?
Oh wow! As if we don't have enough trouble as it is. I have a whole list. I'm running. I'm hiding.
It be so random. You be like,
What you doing?
no, they don't be acting.
Okay, because I'm about to say.
They don't be
he
acting.
can be there.
More Chestnut can be there.
If you need a radio personality, I'm really good at playing radio personality. So I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
To be
He
honest,
plays himself.
in every movie and everything he's been in, he played himself.
Yep. I'm doing
That's
great job.
hard. That's hard.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Anything else, Kirk, you want to tell? I'm sorry about Zach. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about him. Anything else you want to tell us though? This happening possibly for the new season?
Man, I wish I could say it, but I'd really be on the run if I speak.
Okay. Okay.
But we bringing that heat for you all, and now with Big Meech getting out, and it's just gonna be a huge family reunion. And even when I went to the D, the family welcomed me in there and took me out to eat. I had never had what was it called? I don't even want to say it wrong if I mess up, but I think it was fried lobster or I had never even had it. I'm a real picky eater. The family had me in there. People act like they didn't want to eat. I was grabbing food and everything. So the D showed me a good time. The D always showed me a good time.
Oh yeah, we real hospitable up here. Listen, we a little gritty because we hustling, but our mamas and our grandmamas and our granddaddies all from Georgia and Alabama and Mississippi. We got a little bit of sense.
Oh, we love it.
No, that's right. It is.
Every part of us. I love every part of us.
Amen. I know that's right.
Yeah, see, and I'm glad to be around. I'm like, she brought me on here. I'm like, what? An interview? You know, writers don't really come out. We don't really talk. So this really kind of helping me too.
Okay. Hey, boy, look, I'm telling you.
Next time
we talk, doing a lot of work though. I gotta tell you, that hat doing a lot of the work.
The hat is definitely a main character.
Think about that's the right dude with the hat.
Everywhere you see me, I got a hat on.
Every time, keep the hat. The hat is where it's at.
Loving it though.
I'm from the suburb of Chicago, but all my people.
I knew it.
I call Detroit our cousins, but my dad and all them. You know about that Southside slides and all that. So,
got some games.
That's a Steppers hat.
Yeah.
Yes,
I only got my hat. I'm gonna tell you all this because this is the first time really doing this. I love this energy, and I'm telling you all. I got Fifth called me one day and said, "Hey, you want to go somewhere? Get ready to go somewhere." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm not. I'm a writer, so I used to be at home. So my head was rough. I'm talking about now. How you do when Fifth call and say, "Let's go somewhere"? Like I'm looking in the mirror, like my mother would kill me if she catch me out my head like this. So that's why I put on the one hat I had, and he made me go to this premiere, and I had to walk a red carpet. So they thought I did it on purpose, but it was that nappy head under that hat. The hat saved my life. So from then on, I always keep hats.
I know that's right.
There you go. There you go.
You keep hats too.
I do keep hats.
He keep hats.
Yeah, I'm bald head though, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? When you bald, you gotta keep. You know what I mean? This is the light skin. This is it. When you bald, you gotta grow a beard out and get your hat game together. This is the uniform.
That's it. That's it for sure.
That's it. And you don't let yourself get skinny because then people think you got something. That's it.
Thanks.
Oh God.
That's it. You can't be skinny and bald and no facial hair. That's a bad look.
Oh no, you would look like that one character 50 Cent was playing in that movie.
Y'all choose violence on here.
Why y'all let 50 lose all that weight till nobody see that movie? He lost all that weight.
Damn, and then AI came.
Okay, look, hey, we gotta let y'all go. We gotta close the show up. Thank you, everybody, man. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Stewe. Thank you, Kirk. Thank you so much for stopping by the show and sharing everybody what's going on in Detroit,
man.
Love. Oh man. Oh, that's the way to end the show, Roomies.
Oh my God.
And guess what? Coming up, we're going to put up a link. So if you're in Chicago, around Chicago, we're going to do a live show, first live show for TSR at DTLR. We're going to do a live version of the show. So we'll be putting up a link so you'll be able to be a part of the audience.
Yes, man. We want y'all to come out, see us live with DTLR. Got some great surprises, promoting some really dope releases. Hey, make sure y'all in the building.
Yeah, put your fit on and come out.
Absolutely.
Put on your hat.
A leather hat, cocked to the side.
Only he can get away with that hat.
Yeah.
Only he can get away with it.
All right, man. We'll be back next week with more Shade Room headlines. Of course, remember to represent the culture with excellence. Woo, woo.
Woo, woo. Come back, Roomies.